What if everything you've ever been told about love is actually wrong? Today we're going to explore love not as some feeling you have to chase, but as this incredibly powerful state of being that you can actually unlock from within. We'll be diving into the profound teachings of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashhivam, to understand how to truly love and be loved.
So, let's just start with a question that might shake you up a little bit. Is that thing you call love, the one you've spent your whole life searching for, is it possible that it's actually a psychological handicap? A kind of dependency that's holding you back from your real power? It's a pretty bold idea, I know. So let's break it down together.
All right, our first section, what we call love. See, before we can even begin to grasp what true love is, we've got to deconstruct all the myths and the misunderstandings we've been fed our entire lives.
So according to Bhagavan, what most of us experience and call love, it's really just a transaction. It's an exchange, basically. An exchange of attention. Someone gives you their focus, you feel loved. But you have to ask yourself, is that a real, deep connection? Or is it more like an emotional business deal?
Just think about that for a second. If your feeling of being loved depends entirely on someone else's attention, well, you've just handed them the keys to your entire emotional state. Their smile makes your day, their disapproval ruins it. You've basically become a puppet, and they're the ones pulling all the strings.
So here's the core difference, laid out plain and simple. On one side, you've got this transactional love. It's based on attention, and it always leads to dependency, that psychological handicap we talked about. But on the other side, you have what Bhagavan reveals as true love, an inner experience of oneness, of integration, which leads to total freedom.
Okay, so if the love we're all looking for isn't out there somewhere, then where is it? The answer is so simple, but it's not always easy. The journey, the real journey, starts inside.
Bhagavan's teaching here is an absolute game changer. He says, first, we need to love ourselves. And look, this isn't about being selfish. It's about becoming whole, becoming integrated within yourself. You just can't pour from an empty cup, right? This inner work is the foundation for everything.
And let's be super clear about this. This self-love isn't vanity or arrogance. It's a deep spiritual process. It's about becoming so whole and complete inside yourself that you're just overflowing. Bhagavan calls this the true state of meditation. It's a state of inner alignment and peace.
So, if loving ourselves is the real key, why does it feel so hard sometimes? To get to the bottom of that, we have to look at the source of what makes us feel incomplete in the first place. This is such a powerful insight from Bhagavan. He reveals that the blueprint, the actual template for every single relationship you have with your partner, your friends, even with money and success, it was all created in your early relationship with your parents. That dynamic becomes the unconscious script you just keep replaying. Bhagavan calls these unresolved patterns incompletions. And don't just think of them as bad memories. They're actual energetic blockages. They're the real source of those painful cycles that keep repeating in your life, the subtle angers that sabotage you, and they're literally stored in your muscle memory and biomemory.
Okay, now that we understand the problem, let's get to the good part, the solution. And Bhagavan gives us an incredibly powerful inner technology for healing. It's called completion. So what is completion exactly? Well, it's a conscious process. You go to the root of those painful patterns, you relive them in your inner space, but without judgment this time, and you literally dissolve their energetic charge. This isn't just about trying to forgive and forget. It's about setting yourself free from the past, for good. And here's the basic breakdown of how it works. First, you identify an incompletion, a source of pain. Then you relive it inside, not to re-traumatize yourself, but to finally release that trapped energy. And as you do that, the pattern actually dissolves from your biomemory, freeing you from its grip permanently.
The potential here is just immense. As Bhagavan himself says, the power of completion is nothing but the power of God. It's the key to unlocking your highest self and achieving literally anything you want in life. All right, now that we've cleared away the myths and we have the tool to dissolve the blockages, we're finally ready for the ultimate revelation. We're ready to understand what true love really is. And here it is, Bhagavan's ultimate definition: true love is any thought, action, or word which comes from the experience of oneness. It's not something you get, it's an expression that flows from you once you realize your deep connection to everything and everyone.
The big takeaway here is that real love isn't just an emotion, it's the natural, spontaneous expression of the highest state of consciousness. In the Vedic tradition, this is known as Advaita, or oneness. When you experience yourself as one with the cosmos, love is just how you are. It's how you breathe.
So, what can you do right now? First, stop searching for love in the form of external attention and start creating it from the inside out. Use the science of completion to heal those root patterns, especially with your parents. That is the master key. And as you do this, you'll naturally start to radiate true love from that beautiful state of oneness.
Bhagavan teaches that your life doesn't have to be a chain of accidents. It can be a chain of miracles. And the tool to make that switch, the choice that's right in front of you, is completion.
Please remember this, the power to create a life that's just overflowing with true love, it's already in you. It's your nature. The only journey you ever need to take is the journey inward. Thank you for exploring all of this with me.